Forget the rumors, they were deep down cheap time. Munsieville, Gasiabo school sign. Bangale Kakoli, Baukinya Gauteng. Next thing, Klebonale Hoto Kole Rato. I know you rappers want the life that I'm living. Bargaining with the devil, hoping Lucifer will give it. God-given gift, I'm my best with these rhymes I got. If you ain't whip, or you ain't whip me, nigga, no pretense.
War tonight, if you preach to my zone, you'll see a fight. This type of fight, it doesn't use a pipe. It's a verbal fight, you know weapons allowed. It's a word to say, you know backstabbing, we go face to face. It's an Oxford war, we contest for words. And the winner walks away with a noble praise. We do it for the street like a motor race.
Bafana bantwembe mushito twele pile hozobona la bafana basikhanda kanjani akuhlale lengoma kuhlanya abantwana sibeke London bafana bantwembe mushito twele pile hozobona la bafana basikhanda kanjani
Artist G London, ngaze sibuza ukuthi is London kanjani skida libaloy fufe libaloy. Now they thinking that I'm tipsy just because you never heard me on this tipsy. I just keep it moving, keep walking. I don't diss cats or diss tracks. I let my backhand do the talking. Get respect more often. Use a potential ancestor. Only get respect in the coffin.
Once a feel come to the week, take a holy suit. Hasimo do berry, goofa till the truth. I smell victory and I'm going for glory. Industry keeps, that's why it gets in Tory. Be fast. Be fast.
Atimkhale lengoma kuhlanya abantwana sibeke London bafana bantwembe mushito twele pile hozobona la bafana basikhanda kanjani atimkhale lengoma kuhlanya abantwana sibeke London bafana bantwembe mushito twele pile hozobona la bafana basikhanda kanjani
we've been exposed or history so today Munsieville who were involved during the 1976 youth uprising, the June massacre and everything that occurred. So today we're a form of a presentation from Sister Le Ntate Le Brada, who will properly introduce themselves. So right now, thank you very much for being here, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
And you are on Pressing Issues, which is a Munsieville TV show. Today is a very profound day as we celebrate and commemorate June 16, which was a very, very, very tough time or tough day during apartheid, during the struggle, where today Papa, what I introduced just now, and then a youth representative. Today we are going to tackle issues of youth and issues of change, how we moved from the days of 76 through to this thing that we call democracy now. Because we know what their struggle was. Their struggle was apartheid. And what is ours? So such questions are going to pop up during this session. I hope you really, really listen attentively and that you take something from this session and that, it gives you some form of passion to learn about the politics and the history of Munsieville as we are a youth and the people of Munsieville. Thank you. I will begin our session just now. So, Pa, I would like you to introduce yourself to the audience.
Dumelang baagi ba Munsieville. Ke nna Sani Seroto. Ke a tshepa ba bangata ba nkitse le bana ba ka. Ke nna mo Munsieville. Ke sevile mekgatlho ya Sanko mo Munsieville. Ke rona re lontshitseng ANC sentse le bo Opa Motiwe o ikileng ya nna mayor. Ne ke tshwarane le bone re forma ANC ra forma branch. Ne ke le active le mo Khosatu branch ya West Rand, ne ke le mo Nomsa West Rand affiliate ya Khosatu. Then ke memilo go tla fa go tlo tlhagisa tse di tlhageletseng ka kotsi e re boneng ka di-riots tsa 1976 ka di-uprising and gore gona go tlile yang gore ke nako ene maburu a na gateletse marafo montsho ne ntse re rutiwa rona ka education e le ya pele e ne ke ntho ke England e le Royal Education from 76 maburu ke go intenda gore ba bolaela education for lona bana ba ba golang ba ba tlo le kenya thuto ya kgatelo e bitsa Bantu education and ke ba tlo kgatela gape gore medium of instruction medium of instruction ke gore leleme lo rutiwang ka lona e sa ba English e be ka Afrikaans ka nkane gore o etse geography mathematics science physical science whatever we etse through Afrikaans. That is the thing that sparked the riot. That's 76.
Ra leboga ke kopa le shapeleng papa matsogo. Ba Munsieville gore re tswa kae gore di freedom tse di re enjoyang di Wi-Fi tsa mahala tsa ko library di tswa kae tsone dilo tse go lwelo yang gore you know re setse re le mo re khone go nna le di passporto because those days nearly dinako tsa di dompasa batsadi ba gona they were very limited in movement as well. So I want to ask you pa mo Munsieville, how was the environment especially on that day June 16 of 1976? What can you remember? What can you tell us about that day?
June 16. I'm still there on the mic. Kana go batho ne re gateletswe the pass rate correct pass rate no le ho le motho o montsho mme ka mpontate go tsama o tshwanetse go tsere dompasa is a resemblance and le tshwarang ka jeko ID book. That ID book is ID book in a very something oppressive or in a war or man and ubereka kukai every month pass a motor sign as a signer you are arrested and on top of that in a lore Hosamaka 80 go tropo wa tshwariwe o tshwarela ntene ba bitsa pass. On top of that nika tampaseo you were supposed to report tax in early king 3 rand kachar and then Hosa Patela is also an arrest. Kira way ibile rawana maburu wa re gateletse and whatever they went on further. Ne setse ba re tsamaela mo matlu ba re tshwarela ntse ba bitsa permit go ro tsena ge ba tsena mapodisi ba botsa gore o tshwere permit pass go ntsha pass ba rona le permit ke gore permission to stay in Munsieville ha go tshwane le lona ka je go ile re bala go Randfontein go Alexander go Vanderbilt Park le Thokoza bo bo ka mos. That times ge ba tla kwa lona mo Munsieville ba to rate go na le baeng of visitors of a funeral go na le bonkgolo bo rakgadi ba tlile lesong ba ba tshwarela nothing in a witsa permit. That's some of the evil scenery bona before things sparkling the 76 riots.
I just want to know, mo Munsieville, from in the morning before the riots started, what happened? Because most of the time, Pretoria, but we want to know about home ground, mo Munsieville. What was happening? As youth ya Munsieville, you know, to start the riot.
Well, I would say that I get a senior person. Because I call it youth. But the youth, they organize themselves. So the struggle was led by the youth. It's not necessarily a senior, I was a worker. Ronan concentrated on research for pass about payment. Well, Ronan plan our Ramo 17. Then our youth, they plan to march against that thing about education. Then they get support they get association from the other neighboring townships along the whole Witwatersrand. Kurkara, Gauteng or Tese province.
Abut Ponso, I would like to ask you, as Papa and Zarablela struggle Sabone, you couldn't even move from Munsieville to Soweto without having a dompasa, even if you were going to attend a funeral. If you didn't have permission or a permit, like he said, you were going to be arrested. So what do you think, as youth, after democracy? Like, what do you think is our struggle, seats in parliament? So what do you think is our struggle as the youth of today, as the youth of now, especially in your community, in Munsieville?
No, thanks, Program Director. I think firstly, thanks, Program Director. I think thanks. Who is giving us a background of what was the situation before, and it is an honor for us as young people, especially as a young leader, to have people like Bo at the top front. Yes, I think going back to your question of saying what is the struggle that we are faced with now. The struggle that you are faced with now as young people, it is the struggle of the economy. That is the struggle that we need to attain. We cannot have young people. Yes, we cannot have young people. When I'm saying that the economic freedom is in our lifetime is the struggle. We cannot always have young people who are unemployed, young people who are drinking, who are doing substance abuse, and young people who are sitting in the corners, who are not economically free. We need in simplest way, Program Director. When we are talking about the economic freedom, we are talking about a young person who can have that economic muscle to have everything that they wish to have in their life, like they usually live. And also the struggle that you are faced with, it is in the sector of education. You will find that in these days we are living in conditions whereby young people have graduated from high school, and it is not easy for them to get the bursary and all such things. So that is the struggle that we have, and the struggle is still continuous. It's not only about the struggle of education, the struggle about economic freedom. It is also about the struggle of land. Young people need to adventure into business. We need to have black businesses around our community. We don't need to always have Abu Yusuf sitting there. We need also to empower our young people, our young entrepreneurs. Have the shops have the shops not to have Pakistans around. That is the economic freedom that I'm referring to. We need to adventure. It's our 1 hour and then you become proud. Let us make sure that is the economy that I'm referring to. And also when it comes to education, young people will empower themselves through education, because you cannot have young people who are not educated in these days, because education it is the key to success. But also we need young people who are going to conquer the world, not only in South Africa in terms of economy. We need to have ECAC and go USA. So it is, in a nutshell, it is the economic freedom in our lifetime and free education, of which we don't believe as young people that it has been, we have attained it. We have not yet attained it, because you will find out that today it is free education for only those who are in their first year. So the struggle of education is still continuous. It doesn't only end here, because if you are going to graduate from a first year as a first year student, so second year you are saying to me that that particular student must be thrown to a dustbin. So those are the kind of the struggle that you are faced with. And lastly, in the business sector of it, the economic freedom. And also, I'll elaborate till in terms of the land expropriation issue. It is also the struggle of us as young people, because now you will find that young people as a young person, but you will find understand?
Thank you. I get what you're saying. So, I would like to track back. I remember you were talking about Lawrence Ndlogo, right? He was one of the people who was arrested as well during the struggle. And I remember reading one of his confessions. Also, can we read the youth of Munsieville? Can we read? The library is just here. There's free Wi-Fi. Everything is provided. Let's read. Let's be a people of intellect. Let's be a people of, I know this because I read it, not because no, free education is only available to our lives. And let's be informed just in general about our economy and South Africa as a whole. So, going back to what I wanted to ask you, I heard you earlier, Uwaka Lawrence Ndlogo, and in one of his papers that I read, he said that you were not allowed to write exams in the struggle in 76. I think that's what sparked the uprising or the riot. So what can you say to the youth of today? Because we are allowed to write exams, we can go to universities, as much as Ponto is saying, is highlighting the economy as, or rather economic freedom as a struggle of the youth of today. So Lona, it was a bit tough because the economy wasn't just your struggle. You were struggling to even write something as simple as an exam in high school. So enlighten us. So what advice can you give us as the youth of today? And also going back to the exams, why were you guys not allowed to write exams? So that's the first question. I'll ask you the second question after you've answered the first question. Is that okay?
During those times, Lawrence Ndlogo was a youth who struggled this small. But then he was arrested at the uprising some months ago. Not sure you can write exams. It's just like the apartheid oppression, Jakale Mandela. He was not allowed to study on Robben Island. Immediately Atusiwa came, United Nations, into a 500 body, international. Government apartheid no, feed life sentence, then allow him for about to the Kotoronko, Robben Island. That's how he gained that freedom, permission, and end up in prison. So, Lorona in the township, Maburuda didn't allow you to choose your education of your choice. Unobalwa, the subject, the lady, yes. Just like an example, a black person, if he studies medicine to become a doctor, a qualified doctor, a white student, Liburu, the term give 5 years again. That's an academic span for medicine. But a black doctor, he was pressurized for America 7 years for one. Legal law, Korosa law, but they became lawyers during apartheid. Your years were more than a white student, and which were federal law. You must train under a certain firm of attorneys, where we saw article clerk before qualifying and being called a lawyer.
So the second question I wanted to ask you, as much as you guys in those days, as much as you guys were very oppressed, what can you say? Because Kawana majority youth, so I want you to tell us, what advice can you give us? As much as yes, economic freedom is a problem for the youth, but what advice? Because you guys were far worse than what we are right now. So what advice can you give us as the youth to have strength and to go forward and pursue our passions? Advice
Advice I think I live on today you are allowed to study. You will not TV. Fees must fall. That is a second opportunity. Can I go on another thing in essay? Just to say, free apartheid education was Robben Island. Now you get the demonstrator more TV, they win. First, fees must fall. Number two, can I go on a role? I will make example more on female youth. Let's work our time. In a case of secondary education. Manana have pregnant. Is the end of her. Ukuvido Moskolo. Though Usalesaki 3 weeks who quality exam. That was the exit to Nakuvi. I see today you are allowed Ukakera baby Ubuela Hapego Skolo is not a anathema. You are allowed. So the chances are reading out. You can read from home, you can study. You can show in our youth days. And Ronald Richard. And so on, no less go our vets university. Because you can learn out the weekend, let's analyze the vets, like the library. They are open, they are free, they are accessible. You can Ronald Richard access to them. Number 3. There were these white schools. White schools, Kisagabo, King, Jan Dieter, whatever, monument, philosophy, high school. In our days, an example, Nere Pana, black children, Mama who have a record in these Afrikaners' homes. In the kitchen girl, Honalitlen pass 1 hour the Burud. How pass at Ohana school, may one the police of lesson. A place at school, if you are girl, meaning your mother. Your mother watching a place arrive. I have a was in their par. For one. Her Ufilo place at Len pass. We can turn on rather the garden of Botropo. We are not feeling place around train pass. Havahukarama Urua Hosap. Hosapel or Pavan, every place around follows our road. The son of this Sension City is a fact contact. You can ask some of the sinners, they will bear me witness. They will punish our parties for a place around train pass. That does. Papa, these are very, very, very tough words coming from Papa because he experienced them as much as we are hearing them and we're saying, yo, wow, he was there. This man was there. He was there in the history of making, South Africa a democratic country and highlighting Munsieville, talking about his struggle in our community on the home ground. So I would like to ask the audience, if you guys have a question for Papa or Ponto, hearing what they've been saying and what we've been talking about, highlighting June 16, 1976, what questions do you have? Do you have any questions for Papa or even me? Is there anything the audience would like to ask? Okay.
Dumelang magolo, lebitso la ka ke Otlote Mosimane. ne kopa go botsa ntate gore ha no re ita wa ne go na le funeral mo Munsieville for lona, then your relatives from maybe Kagiso or Alexander, wasn't there any way that or any other arrangement that you could have that was supposed to be made with the previous government so that your family can come and attend the funeral that is in Munsieville?
Yes, 37 Batches Street, Kia funeral, Kona from Friday, Saturday, Sunday before sunset, came with 8 stop 8 Munsieville. Kahor hosa stop out. Ma polisa ha, ma KMP, bana ba paradikak, agata ZCC. Mar they were the close of municipal police. Kiwana bana ba, banta to se fine. Bana ba te, bo se fine takala khabo. Bobo Elliot, Kiwana bana ba go tshwara ba teng, bana bana ba teng ke patiri tsa rona. Ba sentse ba phela. Kiwana bana ba go tshwara ba go isa go baseko. Then o chachitse. From there, le burle go isa go tronkong, le go isa go police stars o ya go commission. Ba bona feleng ke batho affairs ba bisa home affairs teng. Le gona le spasa court, go le strafela di pasa teng, le go di nag pasa go ge.
Keleboga Papili, were you answered?
Yes.
Are you happy with the answer?
Yeah, I'm happy with the answer.
Great. Moving on. Ponzo, I would like to ask you a question concerning the youth of Munsieville. Ne? So looking at the youth right now, what do you think we are doing wrong? Like, let's critique us as much as free education Pambili, as much as, you know, because we have issues of drugs in our community. We have issues of crime. We have issues of you know, violence in our communities as well, and it's done by us to us the youth, you know. And we have issues of, you know, pregnancy before time, like Papa you know, in his time, Nericha Musetsana and pregnant, it was the end of the education. So now, you know, you see a lot of kids from grade 10 to even earlier than grade 10, but from grade 10 to grade 12, you see them, you know, flaunting their tummies, going to school and getting these freedoms, because we have many freedoms, like I said. So so how can you critique us? And that's my first question to you. And my second question is, in the critiquing, what steps do you think we can take as the youth? Because you're a youth leader, Ponzo. So what steps do you think we can take as the youth, Munsieville, to move forward, to get education and to be intellectuals and to contribute also in our community?
Yeah, Titi. Thanks, Titi. I think it seems like you've been prophesizing the question that I think it's like you've been prophesizing the question that I wanted to ask, you know. It is very hard for a young person in particularly to criticize other young people. But nevertheless, I would say that it's not a critique, but it is a fact. Yeah. It is very hard these days to rally the young people behind education. It is very hard today to mobilize young people to be in such gatherings. It is very hard to have young people into a session whereby we are going to have debates and have different views. It is very hard. The very simplest way that I can say for us to have young people, to mobilize young people behind such beautiful programs, is for us to have a banner that says, bring your own cooler box, bring first 10 people are going to get 10 free tickets. So what I would say is that, because like you said, you see, if you identify a problem, you must also come up with a solution to it. And I think maybe Tate will advise to say that what was it before us that carries them, because by that time it was not fashionable to to have young people to rally behind education like in these days. So I think maybe that's the question, Tato, that I think I'm going to tackle to ask Papa, what courage? Because now it is the situation that I'm also faced with. It is very hard for me to mobilize 10 young people to say, and talk about the free education. But if I can say to young people, let us go to bring our own girlfriend, they're going to come fight for tickets. Go to what we call this event that you have of young artists there. Go west, tickets are there. So for us these days, it's very different. So I would ask Papa, what was the courage for them to have young people? What was the recipe beyond the unity? Because you find today that we can say to young people, let us come, it's not going to be entertained. So Tato, you gave me one of the most difficult questions in the world. I think maybe that Papa down to have the answer. Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Ponzo Kellewo. Papa, we have a problem, and I think you can help us in today's session. What can we do, Papa? Because I remember earlier I was communicating with you, and you said during those days, Papa said there were a unity. These days, you find people who are really scheming, you know, all in our communities, and these are useless things, guys. Because like we are the youth. We were supposed to be having. We're supposed to be having gatherings and coming together, finding solutions for our communities, you know. So I think I'm gonna ask Papa. Did you hear the question, Papa? Must I repeat it?
There's not a question. I'm trying
to advise us.
Give that input, maybe.
Okay.
Well, the input I'll try to throw before us tomorrow. During our days, the aim was to achieve education. But to you, the youth of today, I would say a challenge tomorrow. Look what is being thrown before you, the opportunities. Number one, there's this sports. At the moment, tonight, World Cup. Start. So that should be something that should rally you around as youth. Don't want to be Messi. Don't you want to be not Maradona, but yes. You must aim to play sports like World Cup, go Russia. Free, all expenses paid. Government. You should ask yourself, don't you want to be there? The time allows you. As long as Mudimi Saho said, you will be the next Messi. When a Messi not leader, most South Africa. Did you have a structure or liaison? What again? Proposal at one of the businesses Munsieville or town hall, responsible and Robana Mexico to go address feed. That should be your goals. You must just not lie around the lemela, you put them at all. Manna will not flow from heaven. You must have an input. One kilomokan. Kiswa Israel, Kiswa England, Kiswa America. That's my history. I have photos. I will show you one up. California, USA. But don't you take that from me. Take that advice from Lika and say, this is my aims. This is what I want to achieve as Moshawa Munsieville. Kiswana le mokhala John Abu Horotwa England, to America, to Israel. I didn't pay. Humane, organization, trade union, Sanko, Okosat. That's how I went to those places overseas. And I've got photos, education, and documents at my place. I've been a board member. They are on the application today.
I think you also answered the question of our common goal as the youth of Munsieville. We don't have a common goal, guys. We don't. The common goal go is the so I think it's very relevant for Papa Utlile today so that he can enlighten us, because they were a very united front during those times. You understand? So I think I'm going to open again a question and answer session for the panel, for the audience. I mean, is there any other question that the audience would like to ask?
Question interested in Tatamo history in Munsieville. So, answer the Maria with the plugin setting. Ravona Honali the base, the operator, and the Tava to the Agama, Munsieville, Ravona the base. Ne, Kili taxi fair. And then Hunter Tamare was a wood story different or Hotilea, Igilawani base for Munsieville. Then something happened, Caparte, the basic as to you. So, negative interested developer, Papa's Agarashara stories over it. Why come you know the basic for Munsieville operator?
Thank you. The second answer today. How about history? Greyhound operator bus lines and Greyhound bus lines is still operating not only in Gauteng, operator nationally, even internationally. Where overseas you get Greyhound. So the thing bus lines, Munsieville, you have to liaise the taxi association, because the military base you threaten their interest. But it's a defense but can't your broad mind don't worry. So what do you get Rafaya? If we never it's only some festival, Moharatse, it's beautiful bus stops. Liverpool in a Halinade.
Niggas body born, Osaru Tata Hopala TP Papa, we go. We the best of the best. In this Gadi Champagne, Gadi Kilo chess. Yes, I just made a mess. Munsieville is finest. Nevertheless, I wanna stress. Bella skills, Bella X. I told the B1, Robin Sabafana, but danger. Every night, get a bell, a face that's it. And give my capella. Sometimes I get a back for the chapa fella. So, Bonemadia, Sika, Hamatella. Listen, Reds, watch and learn. I'm your own.